Oh gosh, so while we're at it, I figured I would sing Blackwater. I recorded this the other day when I was outside on the porch, and I got super, yeah, I just deleted it. I didn't really want to put it out there on the internet, but I want to try again today. This is Blackwater. This is proof that I wrote it. Don't steal it. If you don't suck, you won't steal it. It's my song. I had originally written it, I think 2007 or 2008, way back in the day. I was like in middle school. I mean, it's 2020 now. I mean, I was like 12, 13 years old. And then this version is a newer version. I wrote it in June of 2013. That's what it says here. And I actually wrote it for my first ex-husband, who has alienated my daughter from me. I went through a thing called, I'm gonna spell it because I don't like to say the word. It's called birth, R-A-P-E. And I went through a horrendous birth experience with her, and which they put me through. And I don't like to talk about that because it's just like, you would not believe it. You would not believe what they did to me because of how it's unreal. It's unreal the way they treated me. And then they took my daughter 5 months later, and they treated me like I was mentally ill, like I was a mentally fucking crazy person. So I wrote this song because I haven't seen her in 8 years. She's 9 and almost 10 years old. She'd be 10 years old in October. And I still celebrate her birthday on October the 3rd because she was born 15 minutes to midnight. She would have been born at midnight if the doctor hadn't done what he did, because it was just so abusive. But the song is called Blackwater, and this is for them and the way that they have treated me as her mother, and to deny a child their parent, the rest of their family, and then to deny a parent their child. It's a form of domestic violence, and it's a form of severe child abuse. Psychological child abuse. It's actually in the DSM, I think it's 4 or 5 handbook, and it's a, what's it called, malignant narcissism. His new wife, I don't know how long they've been dating or whatever they're doing, actually has been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, so the song actually mentions her, but it does say his name, so I think I'm going to figure out a way to change this really quickly. But I wanted to do a little bit of commentary on that, and then I'm going to sing it in a separate part here. But anyway, that's a little bit about Blackwater before I sing it. So awesome. Let's get started on that. So I guess this will be like a little commentary video on that, because it's just, there's a lot back there, and you can ask me questions, but it's not a story that I really delve into because it's just so unbelievable. It's like, you wouldn't even hear about it in a Lifetime movie. I mean, years ago, I tried to publish this in a Guidepost article, and they were like, no, we want feel-good stories. We want happy endings. And they would not publish my story because they didn't want to hear it. Like, people don't want to hear this stuff. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear feel-good stories. Well, no, this stuff happens, and it needs to be talked about. Like, why don't you want to hear this? Why don't you want to hear about this? You want to cover it up. You want to brush it underneath the rug. And then these people want to act like Amy is Callie's daughter. No, she's not. She doesn't even look anything like her. What is she going to do? Dye her hair red? No, she's a blonde. Callie's a redhead. Jonathan's brunette. I have blonde hair. Amy looks just like me, nose and everything. Everything is just like me. And they can lie all they want to, but that's my kid. And it's not fair to act like I don't exist. That's like telling a child that half of her sucks. Half of you, you're denying half of you, so you should hate half of yourself, because half of yourself is half of your mother. So half of yourself is horrible. You're not allowed you're not allowed to love half of yourself, because half of yourself comes from someone that we hate. So anyway, this song is all about that, and so that's why I changed it, because it originally was just this weird abstract Blackwater song, and it didn't really have a feel of anything. It was just this weird emo song, and I just wanted to make it into something meaningful, so I did. So there's that. Thanks for watching. Give it a like. I'm more talking about parental alienation now than I ever did before, and I'm doing it in a new way because I'm angry. I'm fed up. I'm fed up. I'm tired of being quiet. I'm tired of people doing absolutely nothing. I'm tired of people getting away with it. And I'm tired of sitting here in my corner and doing what people tell me to do for the rest of my life and just going to work every day and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then they just get away with it. No, I'm not doing that anymore. So here I am. I'm going to just keep speaking out about it for the rest of my life. And these are my children, and they deserve to know me. This is who I am. I may not be perfect, but I have tried very hard, and I'm doing everything in my power to show my kids that I love them. Yeah, I do things that are against the system, but does that make me a terrible person? No, it does not. I am still a loving mother. I am still a kind-hearted soul. I don't abuse animals. I don't abuse my children. And you know what? I have issues like everybody else. I have purple hair, but I am still a good mother. So people can judge me all they want to. So anyways, I've gone on too long about this song, and I haven't even sung it yet, and it's been 6 minutes, but I think speaking out about parental alienation is something that more people need to have the guts to do, and I wish that I had had more guts to do it sooner instead of hiding. Well, not hiding, but like, I didn't know how to talk about it, and like I said, I'm fed up. I'm fed up with our court system. I'm fed up with corrupt lawyers. I'm fed up with people that act like they're the heroes and they're not, and they lie and they pretend that they're doing what's best in the best interest of the children. And what really they're doing is the best interest of themselves. And it's a con man, and it's a monopoly game. It's family court monopoly. It's who has boardwalk, basically. And then the rest of us are do not pass go, do not collect $200, do not see your child for an hour, you know. If you get an hour. I mean, is an hour quality visitation in the first place? Is that quality time with your kid? No, you don't even know. I mean, first of all, I don't even know what my kid's favorite color is. Amy's favorite color. And I don't even know if Alexander's favorite color's changed. But, like, still. Is any of that in the best interest of the children? Is this in the best interest of Amy to not even know her mother? I'm sure they say it is. I'm sure they say it is. Because that's what they tell themselves to help themselves sleep at night. But they haven't even given me one chance. Not that I need their opinion. I don't need their opinion. I never have. I should have taken my daughter when I saw the signs, or actually when I was pregnant. I never should have gotten mixed up in that family in the first place and left. I should have just left. I should have left home. I should have left them because I knew what was going to happen. But I stayed because I tried to do the right thing. And in doing the right thing, I ended up doing the wrong thing. And that was my mistake. And I see that now. And I can't take it back. And so now all I can do is speak out about it. So before you get caught up in this whirlwind of system like I did, I want you to think about the people that you end up with. Think about it. Don't make the mistakes I did. Think very hard before you date anyone, before you have sex with anyone, because you may have a child with the wrong person and you may never see them again. And they might abuse you more than you've ever been abused. And they might abuse your child and treat them as a pawn in a chess game, because that's all Amy, Seamus, and Alexander, and even Dallas, that's all they are, is pawns in this giant chess game, because these people, they're supposed to be adults, and to everyone else, they might be seen as adults, but really they're just big children. They haven't grown up. They're only in it for themselves. They're only in it for themselves. The guardian ad litem in my case currently is only in it for herself. The guardian ad litem in the last case didn't even do anything. She was like, oh yeah, you're a great mom. You should see your kid. Well, why aren't you doing anything? Why aren't you doing anything at all? Nothing. So here I am, 9.5 years later. Where are we? I have to pay $10,000 more just to go back to court for Jonathan and Callie and Kathy Marlatt to make up more bullshit, and I still don't get to see my kids just so they can hire their corrupt lawyer again and bring up things from 10 years ago that they made up. I mean, is that in the best interest of my daughter? Is that in the best interest of my sons that she's never even gotten to meet? So that's why I wrote Blackwater, and I should be singing that instead of ranting about something that's never going to change. Thank you for listening. Give this video a like. Give me your support. I really need it. As I said, I'm sick to shit of all of this. I'm sick of the corruption. I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of people not caring about the kids. I'm sick of people doing nothing but literally saying, oh, you're speaking out? You're speaking out? Well, guess what? Here's handcuffs. You're going to jail. Because we're allowed to bully you, but you're not allowed to talk about it. I'm sick of that. See, that's not the America that I thought. I thought that we were supposed to be born into. That's not America. That's not in the best interest of the children. This is a terrorist state. This is Big Brother is watching. This is 1984. What the hell is this? You know, it's like, are my kids being trafficked at this point? What is going on here? What is going on here? Is this such a free country? Why does it cost so much? And why are our children being stolen without just cause? And then we have to pay millions of dollars just to fight and aren't even giving a fair chance. And then they bring up things from 10,000 years ago over and over and over and over again. And yet, it never goes forward. It never goes anywhere. It's a carousel. I mean, it's a merry-go-round. Around and around we go. Around and around we go, like a theme park. But it never goes forward. Is that in the best interest of the children? Someone please tell me. I would love to know. I would really, really, really love to know if that is what's in the best interest of the children. Because if it is, they're insane. Because insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That is literally, legally, the definition of insanity. I think I'm yelling now, and no one's gonna listen. This is gonna get me nowhere. It was supposed to be commentary for a song, and I've turned it into a rant. I really love my kids. I love my kids so much. Can you tell? Can you tell I love my kids? I'm angry. I'm angry at this country because they don't do anything. They don't care. And I hate the court system. I hate the entire court system because all they do is punish me for speaking and for caring. I care about my kids, and so they punish me for caring about my kids. They say, you're not allowed to care about your kids. You're not allowed to show emotion. We're going to put you in jail. Or we're going to say, you're not allowed to feel. And if you do feel, then you're in trouble for that. But you sure can't see them, or, you know, and I shouldn't have to pay this much amount of money and take it out of my kids' college savings so that I have to fight to see them. What the hell is this? So, again, I'm ranting, and it just, it's absolutely fucking pointless. It's pointless. All of it. It's pointless. And, do you know how many children grow up, end up on drugs, end up with mental illnesses, end up killing themselves because they were children of parental alienation? Do you know how many? A lot. Do your research. Anybody who's in this should know the statistics of this. Not only that, the parents who didn't have a mental illness before end up with one. And they end up, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm that kind of person, but there are parents known, you know, you hear of Amber Alerts. I feel for the parents who they're supposed to have their scheduled time with their child, and they are alienated from their child, and that's why you see an Amber Alert on TV, because they've picked up their kid because someone's alienated them from their kids. They pick them up anyway, and then some asshole has issued an Amber Alert because dad picked up his daughter from wherever, and then they said, oh, he kidnapped her. No, who kidnapped them was Kathy Jonathan and Callie Marlatt. That's who kidnapped them. Who kidnapped my kid was Lisa and Cindy. Those are the people who kidnapped my kids. I should have filed an Amber Alert when those people took my children. But nobody did anything. They blamed the wrong people. And then they turn it around on me and acted like I had done something wrong because of the way I dress, because of my history, which was all fabricated in the first place. That's what gets me. So anyway, again, ranting and getting nowhere. I'm turning this off. I'm gonna sing Blackwater because that's what my goal was. And yeah, that was my goal. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go play with my kid because he needs me. He's outside with grandma, and that's what I need to do. I need to take him outside and play because it's such a nice day today, and I don't want to stay in the house ranting about this when, you know, I'm just wasting my time. As always, wasting my precious time when obviously the courts don't care. Nobody cares. And Lisa, Cindy, Jerry, their husbands are doing it just along with them, and then Kathy, Jonathan, and Callie, their lawyers, Grace Kissenberger, all these people that are in this, they're doing this because they don't care about these kids. It's under the guise of the best interest of the children, but it's a lie. And they don't want me to say their names. Well, that's too bad. Maybe if they don't want me to say their names, they shouldn't have done this. They shouldn't have done this in the first place, and they should stop doing it now if they don't want me to say their name. You can say my name all you want. I heard my father tell me a story about them bragging all over town. We got the kids, we got the kids, show pictures of the kids. We got the kids. Let's go gossip about Sarafina and all these things that I didn't do, and they're talking to the whole town about things that I didn't do. But I'm not allowed to speak about the things that they've done? Tell me if that's right, if that's in the best interest of the kids. Somebody. So go, you know, all they do is punish me some more. They filed a, what did they file? I got a contempt of court for May, my first one, and then I've got a, what did Lisa file on me? She filed something. I can't even remember what it is. Basically a contempt of court. Like I had done something to her. Like I'm the bad guy. I can't remember what it is now, but I'm sure she knows. You know, some people get their kicks from raining on someone else's parade. I mean, what else can people do when they've already stolen my children? They've tried to ruin my reputation. They've already got their perfect life and their perfect job. They've got everything going for them. They've got all the power in the world. They just want to continue to break someone else down because it's not good enough for them to just move on with their life. Just move on with your life. I can get my family together if you would just go away. Move on with your life. You have your opportunity to raise your family. So get the hell out of mine. Mind your own business. See, meddling is not support. That's what Kathy Marlatt should have known. Meddling is not support. Trying to control someone else is not supporting them. Lisa should have known this. And Cindy was the one who came to my house and took my child out of my arms just because she thought that I hit Claire. And I didn't hit Claire. That was a complete lie. I got in Claire's face. There's a difference. But people like to make stuff up. And yeah, you know what? I'm going to post this on YouTube because it needs to be said. I'm not... I know I'm a lot. I have a lot to say. I am a lot. I am a lot. But I don't get like this for no reason. I don't get like this out of nowhere. I get like this after a long time of being picked at and bullied and made fun of and lied about and gossiped about. And when people continue to pick and bully and, you know, all these things that I just said, if you had left me alone, you know, I'm like, what's a good what's a good comparison for this? I don't know. You know, like a turtle. If you stick your finger in my mouth, I'm gonna bite it. But if you leave me alone, I won't. Leave me alone. Leave my family alone. I'll leave you alone. Why can't these people just stop? But no, they continue to bully me over and over and over and over and over again, because that's where they get their entertainment from. It's not about what's best for the kids. It's a game. Why can't the court see that? If the court could see that, they would have said, oh, well, in that case, here's your kids back. This is bullshit. The fact that these people got these kids in the first place is not right. This is not right. So, I've spent 20 minutes ranting. Wow. I can't believe I've done that. I actually can. I'm glad I did it. I'm proud of myself right now. Good job. A show cause. That's what Lisa filed on me. Lisa filed a show cause on me, even though they've decided to alienate me again for, what is it, 7 months, 8 months? How many times have they done this? Alienate the mother when there's a court order in place for visitation, for medical records, and for school records, and yet they file a show cause on me? Are you insane? The only person who should be getting a show cause is Lisa, Cindy, Jerry, Mark, whoever else is in this supporting this bullshit. That's who should be getting a show cause, not me. But yeah, go ahead and file that fake bullshit. I should be singing this song. I'm done with my rant now.